But yeah, so today we're going to be building the AK75, stands for Art Key Universe 75. This is a collaboration board between an artisan maker and AKB, right? That is the best I've seen. Oh, really? Thank you. Yeah, so this starts tomorrow. Starting price is 340, goes up to 360. Yeah, so 5 colorways, 2 PCB options. And yeah, I mean, we'll just look at it. I think this is one of those boards where you have to see it to like really appreciate it, right? Okay. What color do you guys think I have? Whoever guesses the color can pick the keycaps. There's monochrome, rose gold, royal wine, navy blue, or sunbeam. So it's like a gray, a rose gold, like a maroon, a blue, or a yellow. Okay, we got rose gold, we got a sunbeam. Okay, here we go. I have I have rose gold. So Eggy guessed it first, so Eggy can pick the keycaps. Yo, check this out. This is a very nice rose gold. Oh, cute. All right. Of course, Eggy, if you don't want to pick the keycaps, I can pick them too. If you're like, oh god, that's too much pressure. Completely understandable. I can do it as well. Okay, let's see. Alright, so aside from that, let's look at the resin add-on. Here at the PCB and the print, alloy plate. Oh, okay. And then right here, Art Key Universe. Resin treasure. There's gloves. Oh, so here's like the resin badge you can get. Why is there gloves? I guess I will wear the gloves. Probably fingerprint magnet. Fingerprints, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Oh, whoa. That's really cool. Whoa. So this is all resin, right? Check this out. You can really see. Whoa. Resin. Tony, thank you for the tier 1. What exam? Yeah, this is unique. Whoa. Yes, it's just very cool. Yeah, whenever you look at it up close, you can really see like the details. You can't quite see the depth so much, at least with this, but seeing it up close, like you can really see like the texture of the cloud and whatnot. Oops, sorry. Yes, to the bottom. They have this too. So not only do you have this weight, but you also have this badge. To answer your question, how do they mass produce, something like that? It just takes time. It's just gonna take a lot of time. So basically, the time that we're waiting for the keyboards manufacturing, they're gonna be working on this. And so it definitely will take a few months, but that's pretty much how long you are waiting for the keyboard anyways. So, you know. Yeah, so that is the thing. I'm guessing, like, they'll have collaborations with the artisans. Oh, the gloves. So let's see. Let me just show you guys the product page so you guys know what you're looking at. So you got the 5 colors, right? And then here are the weights. So all the weights are gonna be plus $170. And then the badges are gonna be $30. But so here are the 5 weights, right? So the one I have is the rose tinted sky. But there's a sangria, a white noise, rose tinted sky, starburst, and a blue period, right? So these are add-ons that you can get. So if you don't want this weight, there is just like a plain weight, as you can see right here, right? Yeah, 170 is not bad for its size at all. And then here are like the badges you can get, right? So these are to match, I guess, their weights. But yeah, you got the cobalt, sunset, turquoise, penguin, summer. And then there is a special one, and this will be a raffle. Check this one out. This one's really cool. And then if you don't want like the resin badges, you can get like the normal badges or the normal weights. In terms of plates, looks like it comes with 4 options: PC, alu, carbon fiber, FR4. We have alu right now. Please rec for me. I don't have that kind of pool, unfortunately. But yeah, very cool looking board just in general. And you can see like with this is the logo and it's very thematic right here. Well, so I don't have any art keys myself, but it kind of does look like a fingerprint, right? But this is a very, very nice rose gold. Very nice. Okay. This over here. It looks like a fingerprint, but I don't know enough about AK to tell you guys. I'm actually in their Discord, but only because I've entered into resin. I like the non-resin weight more. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And it's one of those things I would say that's like more novelty, but it's unique. And I could see why people be like, wow. But right. So here's a keyboard. So 75% with a blocker, right? You do have a blocker for the arrow keys right here. Looks like there's a little cut right here. I'm guessing it's for some kind of, I would guess for LED, but I guess we'll see. Right? Yes, the resin weight is definitely what sets it apart. Even if you're not like a fan of, or if you don't know this artisan maker, it's still cool enough that you'd be like, wow, neat, right? But here's a top. So with this case, right, you see there's actually an accent top frame, right, with the black, and then the bottom piece, or I guess, yeah, this is just one big piece, basically holds the top frame, right? So you have the bottom frame, which is the pink, and then you got this like inner black frame. Very cute. You always get the pretty pink options on here for it. Yeah, I try to fish for the pink ones. It's always pink or green that I try to fish for. And when I get other colors, it's because I didn't have a choice. But yeah, here's a side. So once again, you can see the two-toned. So you see the rose gold, and then you see the black weight. Okay, it's a pretty cool side, right? Oop. And then here's the back. So once again, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the ArtKey logo that's right here. This is also what the badge design is after. And then this is the black weight, right? And you can see it's been machined out to kind of follow the theme of it. We're missing a feet right here, but 4 adhesive feet. You're the third Twitch streamer I found that will build the AK75. There's been a few of us. Let's see. Alex, Apiary, Lightning, Kinu, McMerlin, Gym Leader Nathan, and now me. But yeah, it kind of looks like brains. Oh god, it's an intrusive thought. It kind of reminds me of like brain squiggle, but that's not as like, whatever. But here's the back, right? So you have this big weight that takes up most of the back piece, right? But then you still see that two-toned accent. And then here is the USB port. So once again with the two-toned, and then you see ArtKey Universe, so there's branding right there. And then centered USB port. And also one thing to note about this board is that all the corners are rounded. Oh, Mika. How smooth is it? Which part? Oh, the brain. Yeah, you know someone's got a big brain, right? And then here's the front lip. So surprisingly, the front lip, I mean, I guess if you count like being able to see the frame, but the front side is where you don't see the two-toned, right? So here side you see two-toned, back you see two-toned, front you see two-toned, but the front you don't. It's just the rose gold. And it's interesting because if you look, so we have the accent frame, we have this mid/bottom piece, right? And then we have the weight that gives it the height, right? So it's not like a traditional like top bottom piece where you would like see the seam, right? Cool. What switch will you be using? I'll have to look. I cycle a lot of my switches. I actually need to buy more, but I've been lazy. Today I'm drinking hojicha tea sweetened with honey and a little bit of milk, or lactose-free milk, I should say. Tasty. But anyways, I'm gonna have the same issues that Apiary and Lightning experienced. Maybe. This is the one that Apiary got. There are notes though, so we'll see from other creators. It's O H-O G-J-I and then cha C-J. Yeah, Wajicha. Hello, Kinoob. Hello. Okay, so there's 4 plate options, but I have the alu plates. Nothing too crazy about this plate. You can see where the gasket points are. So 4 on the top and then 3 on the bottom, right? You have these pillars right here, or these like circles. Not sure what those are for, but no like flux cuts. You do have breaks in between the keys. Some of the keys in the alphas. This one looks like a puzzle piece, right? And then this is the it might be. I have to look at the PCB to tell you. Alright, here is the PCB. No flux cut, looks like per key RGB. Oh yeah, so this cut right here, there are the LEDs right here, the 3 LEDs, right? And yeah, it looks like these circles are indeed for some kind of screw to go through, right? So good catch on that. But here you can actually see like this has the screw. Oop, picture right there. And then what's neat is they've added these pads right here so you know where stabilizers go. Looks like for the hot swap it is all set. No step to regular caps, but this could just be for the prototype unit. But yeah. What color did you get, Kinoob? I know there were some prototype units that were a bit harder, right? But yeah, it's a PCB. No physical reset button from what I see. Does use daughter board. JST. Yeah, that's what I see. I see in the notes the yellow one was like borked. If you got the yellow one, it's like good luck. Yeah, so I'll read some of the notes. So basically we've got notes from other creators basically talking about like their struggles with building it. These are, so the resin weights and these are prototypes, right? The screw holes that I have might be a little off. The gloves are not required, but if you're trying not to get fingerprints, that's why they included them. The yellow one, they're saying back weight doesn't have a cutout for the bottom, so the weight will have a gap. And it's more scuffed than the other one, so I'm sorry. And then, oh, that one's that one. Okay. Some people said that they couldn't get the daughter board for the back weight, so they just used the resin thing as a wrist rest. Anyone have a link of the IC for the GT75? I do not, unfortunately. Okay, but yeah, let's just let's open the case and check it out, right? And kind of see how this whole thing goes together. Let me post on my social media. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, there are some, I know like Elvin uses gloves for some builds, and I should too, but I'm lazy. I just wipe it down after. I think, actually what would be neat to showcase for this would be the weight, right? He just, yeah, so Meg Merlin said he just used this as a wrist rest and it was good enough. Yep, we're booping. We're booping. Boop. I think the Thogblock badge can be F13. Let's see. There's a switch for it. It looks like it could be. Let me confirm. Yeah, it can be a F13 key or a badge. Yes. Canon keys. And art key. Oh, if they could see what I'm typing. And then I need to post on the other ones. I completely forgot to post on social media yesterday for the QK. Holy moly. That's so bad. So bad. You forgive me, but this QK forgive me. Do you guys write alt text? I do if I have time. They don't, I know. Then we gotta post on X. Yeah, I do it if I remember or if I have time. Sometimes I don't though. I do feel bad. I have a few friends. That's also why I added like closed captioning too. Just trying to make things as accessible as I can. Also, I feel a lot better today. Yesterday I just felt like complete garbage. Today I moved my space cables group by into scam. Damn. That feels bad. Feels very bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I mean, were you able to get whatever ones that you bought from Reagan? Like from another vendor? Oh, the Hangul? Or what is it? Something beige. Yeah. Okay. Hi Kim, what's up? Alright. Yeah, let's see what we could do here. Let us see. LUTT UCE. Let us. Sleepy. Dang. Is it still like icy where you are? Yeah. Their car's even smaller. Yeah, that's good. No, Austin is completely fine, thankfully. At least my area. Oh, really? What the heck is 22C? Mochin. Hmm. Okay, so looks like for this weight, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Also, they're not symmetrical. They're kind of just they're yeah, they're not like evenly spaced, but it looks like there are 6 screws for this back weight. And then for this mid frame, you have the 3 screws that are exposed, but if you want to get to the other 3, you have to take the weight off. So now that we have removed the weight, now we technically should be able to get this frame off. So what we're gonna do, this is the rose gold one. Hello, pup. What's up? Okay. So yeah, this is like the breakdown of the case, right? So you have this top frame with the badge, right? The badge has 2 screws right here, and you can actually take this badge off and you can use it as like an F13 instead, if that's what you would like. Here you can see the gasket points. You have the 4 on the top and then the 3 on the bottom. And then here you have this diffuser piece right here. So it's just 1 screw, right? So this is the top accent frame. Here you have like the tray that acts as both like the middle piece and the bottom piece, right? These screws are for the weights, right? And then these holes right here are for the frame. And then here you can see the gaskets. And then this is the bottom weight, right? So you have the daughter board that's right there. And then these are for to screw onto the case. This is a channel. And here's like the plain weight that you can get. It's not really quite plain since there's a lot going on, but this is like the regular weight you can get. And then if you wanted the resin weight, it would be right here, right? So here you have the channel for the daughter board, and then the cable will go here. Kinu mentioned having some troubles with this. But I think the biggest thing is they were saying like if you wanted to take the board apart, you have to take the weight off. And that's the design of, you know, having something like this, because the inner frame, the 3 screws on the bottom are exposed, but in order to get to the other 3 screws, they're under the weight. So anytime you want to take the board apart, you have to take the weight off. Your Japan trip made me so jelly over there, really. It was fun. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. But yeah, so inner frame and the weight would be on the back. I guess we could wait to like take it apart, but the weight would just go like right here. Oh, that's really cool. Ooh, what do you guys think? It looks nice, but I wonder like in like practice or like when it comes to building, some people are saying they're struggling, so we'll see. Yeah, it looks really good. Hopefully, like, when you guys assemble this, if you decide to buy it, you don't have to, like, take it apart too often. Yeah, it does look very nice. Okay. So, one thing to note is that there is an anchor point to help you align the weight. So you can see right here, this and this. So if you're worried about aligning it, they do have that on the weights. So you don't have to like kind of guess where the screws go. There's that. I'm not gonna put this back on just because we're gonna have to take it apart anyways to put the case, to put the PCB in. But the inner frame and this middle tray are what basically form um, the mounting. Yeah, I'll just keep this like right here. Okay. All right. Aside from that, let's do stabilizers. Looks like with the hot swap, it is one set layout, but with solder, actually let me double check for you guys. Or I say anything silly. We're not here to say silly things, right? Okay, yeah, hot swap is just set. And then if you get the solder, you can do split backspace, you could do on-C ISO, stepped or regular caps lock, and you can split the left shift if you so please. And then you can also do a 7U space bar. Default on the hot swap PCB 6.25, you have to do regular caps, regular backspace, regular left shift. But you do have the choice of using an F13 or a badge. So you do have that choice there. Alright, stabilizers. Stabilizers. Okay. So how are you all doing today? I feel like it got warmer, at least in Austin. But I don't know if I'm happy about. I mean, I kind of like snow in the sense of like I like it for ginkgo, but I also know like snow is like a pain in the ass, especially for like Texans. So let's see. We want to do, or we have to do. So they have the pads on the PCB to tell you. So 1, 2, 3, and then a 6.25. Okay. I mean, snow is like annoying because it leads to like accidents because they're not like Texans aren't qualified to handle snow, right? So. Oh yeah, were you close by the fires, Kindu? That's so very scary. Yeah, everyone does forget how to drive. Yeah. Someone told me how, I think so in a chat, he said something about like someone's flying a drone in a no-fly area and like crashed into a Canadian plane that was like helping transport water and was out of commission for like 3 days. Holy shit. I did eat dinner. I ate the sweet and spicy tofu, and I also ate a burger. Your Texas is showing? What? I think people are flying the drones because they want to like record it and show people like what's going on, but I don't know. I get wanting to like show it, but when there's planes in the air, like that's like trying to save you guys, like maybe don't fly them, you know? Connor was telling me how like there are a lot of private firefighting companies like offering to like come help, and then California or like someone was just like, no. Uh and then all the people that like were voted against the like funding the private ones were like calling the private ones telling them like come help us, and they're like no. Oh my god. So I got this. So I like avocado on my burgers. I got this like jalapeno bun, no cheese. I like extra lettuce. I don't like pickles on my burgers. But you know what's strange? I like pickles on my like chicken sandwich, but I don't like pickles in my hamburger. Also, there's like so many different types of burgers. There's like smash burgers, there's like the thin burgers. I like the sweet pickles in my chicken sandwich. Those are so tasty. The guy who owns the Pacific Mall hired private firefighters to protect the mall there. He also tried to run for mayor. Yeah. I feel bad. I know at least one person personally who's lost their home completely. Most of them I've just like heard like people that I know of, but not anyone that I personally know, but I do know one person personally who's lost everything. I also know a few of my friends who are like, I have survivor's guilt. Yeah. I heard that crime is at like an all-time high too because everyone's like busy with the fires. That crime has also gone up. That's scary to think about. Yeah. There's been a lot of like, well, not so much from like the houses to loot, but just um like from people who are evacuating just because they say like it might be a little dangerous, right? So like the houses are fine, but people aren't there because yeah, like the air quality is like so bad. People just going over. Landlords are still trying to collect rent. From what? From the burned down buildings? Yeah. I think it was Oxy who said it earlier, but a lot of people are just like shitting on celebrities, saying like, you guys are rich, you don't need our help. That's crazy. I feel like the start of every year is always so like disastrous. Like, wasn't last year like Japan had like really bad earthquakes? Yeah, I just hope the people, you guys all stay safe. It's so scary to think about. And the fact that like some of them could have potentially started because of arson. Ooh, everyone's so idealistic about the year, so my first major disaster hurts a lot more too. Yeah, for sure. I don't either. You know, this is gonna sound really bad, but some years I forget how old I am. Just like, how old am I this year? I've been like that since like 27 though, so many years now. Yeah, I don't even like, I just ask Connor and he's always like, Patty. I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me. I don't want to think. They respond to other Patty. Oh, hi Patty. I just responded to you. I don't have a keyboard at the moment, so I had to text from my phone. I go back to my ceramics class tomorrow. Yeah, I picked up ceramics this year. Uh, I made a small one, but I'm gonna make more. Anyone who wants a matchable, hit me up. Oh, really? I haven't made a lot. I have some clay that I was actually gonna sculpt something tonight because I want to make like the cups where it's like um the like peekaboo cups. I also want to make cups or like mugs where there's like a little critter on it too. Yeah. I'm also going to bring my stamp so I can mark my mugs so you know who made it. Hello, Zoabi. Wait, you guys think I should use my leaf? Or should I use my, well, I have this one. Is that this one, which is like my Chinese name, Wang Yixing, right? Or I have this one, which is, XXW. This one would be cuter on ceramics, right? So I have this one. Or I have this big one. I have this big one. I think the XXW one though, right? So I can bring this tomorrow and stamp my pieces. Yeah. Cute, right? Well, they said I could... Whoa. What's going on with my thing? Why is it so glitchy? Do you guys see that? When did I become so glitchy? Yeah, so my instructor said that I could, record and I could videotape. I don't know what happened. What's going on? Okay, test? Oh! Okay, test? Okay, it's reloading. Yeah, so my teacher said I could film. And so I could film myself throwing and showing you guys what I'm doing. But Do you guys want to see the stuff I've made so far? I've only made 2 things, but if you're in my Discord, I will. Here, this is if you're in my Discord. That's to the channel. Those are the 2 things I've made so far. Okay. We're back. That was so weird. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Yeah, right? What's that thing called? Trypto something? Tryptophobia? Who's spamming me? Is it Insty? Oh no, it's not Insty. Examples of what? The tryptophobia? I mean, if you Google it, you'll see some pretty crazy stuff. Kind of gives you like the heebie-jeebies, like goosebumps. Yeah, I really don't mind like getting all those reels from Insty because like in my mind it's like, well, he's thinking about me. That's nice. You know? Like he took his time to be like, I think Patty would like this and sent it to me, you know? Like a pore that hasn't closed, yeah, pretty much. Well, it's more like it's like the fear of like many holes, kind of. Might not be around for keycap choice. Alright. Who wants to pick the keycaps? Hello, Justin. Yeah, tryptophobia. There's like a prime example of it. It's like there's this frog where it has its eggs in its back, and the tadpoles like emerge from its back, and then what's left over is just like tons of like open holes on the frog's back. And seeing that, you're just like, ugh. Yeah. Doesn't have to be like many, but it's like it's not usually just like one, you know. Yeah, I mean it's pretty fascinating, but yeah, it is very nasty. Yeah, lotus seed pods. Some people get like the heebie-jeebies also from like chicken pox. Just seeing that many like circles, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The frog just has like the eggs in its back. And then like they're born and raised. Yo, Lamp. Thanks for the 14 months. Watching your charity stream. Dude, Lamp. You gonna get a partner this year? I believe in you. You can do it. Lamp's the real homie. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. I like Lamp's aesthetic. Lamp, I like your aesthetic. Very nice. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's actually like no benefits in being partners, so. I'm talking more like how you edit stuff, how you present things, like you're creative. Like I like that, you know? Like you can look at someone's stuff and you could be like, "Oh, that's this person." You know, that's this person posting, right? It's very it's very nice. Like I could look at something and I'd be like, "Oh, that's probably by Lamp." Yeah, that's what I meant. Also, there's nothing wrong with a cluttered desk. As you can see, my desk, you only see the top. It's chaos. It's not good. Yeah, Diego has his like creative flow and aesthetic down. So does Alex. Um, there's a lot of people who have that. There's another person I really like enjoying. I really enjoy seeing. I think it's like Otai, Oty. Sorry if I'm saying their name wrong. Yeah, Otai. Yeah. Oh, did he really? Dude, my cat's meowing right now. Yesterday I was here like working and she had like the most rancid cat poop and like she didn't like bury it either. So I was like physically like oh like it felt like a nuclear bomb. I just it was so rancid. And then she was just like looked at me, was like, I'm not burying that. I had to leave my computer room. I had to leave my office. It was like so bad. I don't think I've ever smelled anything so foul in my life. Yeah, no, she just like took the dumpy and then like jumped out. I was like, okay, not my problem. Oh shoot. Yeah, I mean yesterday there was like cat vomit right by one of my boxes that I didn't notice. And that's just cats doing cat things, you know. You catch all the moths. There's a lot in the traps, but who knows. Oh, my cousin just went to a Ginger Root concert. I've always wanted to see Japanese breakfast, but I've never gotten the opportunity to. Stop. Yeah, the last concert I went to was Joji's, actually. Other than that, I haven't been to a show in a very long time. I know Connor's in the bathroom. No, Joji looks more like my dad. I saw my dad. Okay. All right. Let me find some switches. Hey. So QB actually asked me if I would be interested in building their keyboard, but it's so weird because people are saying they exit scammed, right? I mean, I don't know how true that is. It's just what I've heard, but like they're asking me to build. I mean, but alas, you guys know more than me usually when it comes to like these things. Yeah, it's Inland Keys asking me. And the reason why I'm bringing them up is because I'm using their switches right now. This is what I saw first. Yeah, do you have more information on that, Mochin? Perchance? 喂，你要洗澡吗? I'll let you in if you 要洗澡. If not, then get away from that door. Sorry, I'm lecturing my cat. I just told her that if she wants to take a bath, I'll let her in. Your cat knows Mandarin? I mean, I just assume she does. There was a thing going around where this guy's like, I can speak cat, and there's like a phrase or thing that you can do that means like come here, and people like made videos where they're like it works, you know, and then my dumbass was like, oh cool, let me try that. I made that sound, my cats looked at me like, the fuck is wrong with you? I went back to sleep. But then I was like, okay, well maybe they just, you know, maybe I'm not saying it right, or maybe they just don't want to come here right now. So then I said their name. And I was like, I said their name. I said come here, and then they came here, and I was like, okay, I got scammed. Good thing I wasn't like doing this live. My cats do come here if I call them. Surprisingly, they're so like, I don't want to say they're attention starved, but it's more like they want to, you know, they want to like assert themselves, or they want to mark their like territories around like my desk, but I don't let them ever. And so it's like if I ever give them the chance to, like they'll take it, right? So, Kilo, come here, Kilo, come here, Kilo, come here, come here, come here, here. Watch, come here, Kilo. Oh, she's here. See, just like that, she's here. And now she's like, oh hell yeah. Okay, be gone. What? Kilo's a nice color? Yeah, she's a Siamese coloring. She's not like an actual Siamese. It's just her coloring. She's a mutt. I don't know what she is. She's my first cat. I have three cats. I have Caleb, Miso, and Cosmo. Um, and then I have Ginkgo. You missed dab content. Dang. That's okay. It took me quite a bit to tune the stabilizer, the spacebar. Yeah, they actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to build the QB set. But I told them that there's been talks how they're like exit scamming, and I just needed a you know, I needed like some kind of statement. Is this a thing? Oh yeah, this stream on mute. Oh god. I need to read this. Google Translate. My Chinese not that good, unfortunately. Yeah, I just want to see what my room looks like with all the boxes. Oh wait, never mind. This is like half the boxes. I'll show my mods. Oh my god, I can't show my mods. I don't know how to press send. Without a keyboard. I'm trying to memorize a Chinese love song to seduce Insty. Does Insty need seducing? Also, wait, Laz is gone. Shoot. I was gonna ask Laz if this is like people complaining or if this is like them giving like the updates. You don't think he'll like it? Oh no, but still it's a nice gesture. Yeah, I suppose so. You right click the message window. Oh, Laz, the link you sent me, is that them? Is this from someone's calling out QP, right? It's people complaining. Oh, okay. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that it hasn't been solved, and I should not. This is what I'm seeing, I guess. Okay. Oh my god, you guys can see my ponytail. I'll remove this. Yeah, we do. We do. It's every year. I qualified for the first one, but I'm very close to naturally qualifying for the tier 3 one or tier 2 one, but not quite there. Yeah, I mean, I understand not everyone can do it this year. But I'm right now, I mean, you can see like down below how far I am. Oh, Peekaboo, I actually just responded to your message. Yeah, sorry. It took me a really long time to get all the boxes I needed. And then things were delayed because of we had like a freeze in Texas. But everything is all packed up, and I actually just started putting all the labels on today. And should hopefully everything dropped off by Monday. Let's see. Sorry about the delay. It was just the boxes that took so long to get. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. But yeah, we are doing Partner Plus push again this year. But then it lasts for a year, so it's like a 3-month push. It's alright. I mean, the thing with like Texas and snow is like, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I see why this is a little hard, right? Okay, so I'm guessing I need to put in this first, right? I mean, whatever you guys can do. I know it's like things have been rough for a lot of people, so no pressure. I just started pushing a month early. Um, just so there's like not an overlap. Texans enter prepared for snow. Yeah. Okay. Well, we gotta do this first. It's not even necessarily snow that's like the hard part. It's like the ice, right? Yeah, it's usually a miss when it comes to like Texas and snow. Texas and ice, Texas and cold weather. It's kind of like when we had that great freeze a few years back and like people like passed away and people were like at least people who in places that were like prepared to deal with snow is like, how did that happen? Like, I mean, aside from the power thing, right? But it's like our homes just are just not equipped. Like our places are not equipped to like handle all that. And so for people who are used to snow, it might just be like, how the fuck did that happen? But, you know, it's just, you know, it never snows here. Just, it's just one of those things. It's kind of like, I think at the same time, like, Canada was dealing with like fires or like overheating, and people were like, how does that happen? Like, it's like the same, like, standard of like, you know, they're just not prepared for it. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like the same thing with like you know, the California fires too. It's like you guys know this is possible. Why didn't you do anything? And it's like, oh god. Some people just have no like empathy. It's the struggle out here. See that it's not like closing all the way. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so I can feel that the daughter board is not, you know, fully sitting down, or the cable. So I almost wish there was like some kind of like tape thing I could use. Okay, that seems a little better. But I just know it's not all the way down yet because this should not be shifting so much. Okay, that's how I know. So basically I'm moving this to see if it will like shift. And if it will slide off, then I know it's not completely closed, but since it's not. Okay, so now I have to put the screws through here. Okay. Oh boy, oh. Let's see. Oh! Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, there were multiple fires. Oh! Yeah, this screw doesn't want to go in all the way. Let me make sure. Okay, well, we got it. Damn. That's crazy. Alright, should we use Olivia? I feel like this one you have to use Olivia, right? Guys, been here? Vin's probably not here. Use Wob. I never got my truffle schwein. Never. Yeah, I got it refunded, thankfully. So this is not ABS. This is not GMK Olivia. This is PBT Olivia. Yeah. So sorry. Sorry to disappoint you guys. Are you talking about how this is not alternate colors? Yeah, I got this on sale. Mod pipe? You know, this is my hot take, but I actually don't care at all. It reminds me, anytime I say like I don't care, I think of like Akon. Yeah, he has that one song. It's just like, where is it? He says nobody cared. It shouldn't matter. Let me find it. I'll find it for you guys. Wait, you guys have had music, right? Smack that. No. Nobody want to see us together, but it don't matter, no. So just do whatever you want. People don't want to see you together, but it don't matter. But it don't matter, no. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, who gives a shit? Use what you want. Haters gonna hate, but it doesn't matter. Because you guys have each other. Mod pipe, alpha pipe, whatever. Anytime someone gives you shit, you just be like, Just say like, I'm like Akon. They'll be like confused AF, but at least you know what you're trying to say. Yo, Introvert, we're listening to Akon. Is they're getting shit on for our choice of pipe, but just like Akon, nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, cause I got you, babe. I went to an interactive puzzle place today that required physical activity. Damn. How was it? Oh, is it sweaty again? Wait. When did it come back? Please hold. Okay, there we go. I mean, it happened earlier, too. But we fixed it. But it don't matter, no. Oh my god, Lamb. I was gonna make it runs in your family, but it seems like no runs in your... Oh my god. They do a lot of hiking. That's what NC told me once. I think the only exercise NC does is run his mouth. Holy. Lamb's feeling spicy today. Damn. The best of Akon. I don't know if I remember this song by Akon. You guys remember this Akon song? I know this one. Or... Dang. Acon Radio. Alright, let's see what we got here. This sounds throwback. Timberland? Did he get canceled? Moin, thank you for the tier Q. Hello. Wait, Timberlake got canceled? For what? The drinking thing? Oh, okay. Oh, Nitram, I couldn't find you on Discord, but I sent you. Oh, okay. Okay, you saw my message. The Britney thing. What do you do to Britney? Janet Jackson. Okay, but that was like wardrobe malfunction, wasn't it? Unless you're talking about something else. Namela? Okay. Well, as long as you saw that, I have the shipping. I see. I see. Oh, wait, really? You got that many parts to who keeps this? Okay, so this one is with the, do we still like Gwen Stefani? Just checking. Wow, you got a good amount. Okay, we gotta mute this. I gotta do a typing test. So alright, so this is the AK75. We're using BSun poppy switches. This is with the alu plate, gasket mounted keyboard, no foam. We're using PPT Olivia, and this is with the regular weight, and then we'll do a typing test with the resin weight afterwards. Okay, here we go. I'm using this weight as a wrist rest, but this is not its intended purposes for those who are wondering. This is supposed to be a back weight. I'm sorry. Let me go tell Dodo. I tell Bushy Dog. Bushy Dog. Bushy Dog. Bushy Dog, I'm trying to do a type test. Bushy Dog. Okay. Okay, I'll redo it. Okay. Sorry, I had to go tell Bushy Dog. Lamp, we're doing another one because of Bushy Dog. I redid it because of the dogs barking in the background. So Dodo is a blue healer, okay? and my dad does bushcrafting and takes her on those bushcrafting adventures with him. So he calls her Bush or Bushy Dog. And then we somehow her nickname has turned into Bushy Doe, like Bushy Dodo. So that's why I call her Bushy Doe. And I say, okay, I gotta go tell Bushy Doe to stop borking. Jackie? Who's Jackie? Also thanks for clipping, everyone. I only redid it because of the dookies. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna see what it sounds like with this resin weight. I don't know if it'll make that big of a sound difference, but we'll see. We shall see. Wait, Plastic Bits, are you calling me Jackie? Zai? What? Can you... Okay, let me find that. I see. That caught me off guard. I don't know if it's the same with you guys. Wow, we're just talking about Fergie. Okay. So there's 6 of these that we need to find. I actually like this song. Just me? Oh, it's right here. We're switching this weight. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so basically to disassemble the board or like open it up, you have to take the weight off to take the frame off in order to access the PCB. So there are 6 weight screws. So here I'm showing you guys where it is. So you have to remove F6, F7 to access one hole. And they're not all in the same places, so you kind of have to just know where they are. So here you have to remove the 1 and the 2. You have to remove the caps and the A. And then you have to remove the F or the J and the K. The enter and this key right here. And then the backspace and this key right here. So now you have access to the 6 screws for the weight. This design's a little... it takes a bit of work to basically take the board apart. So you should have to know where it is. Instead of like having to take off all the keycaps, right? This is too big. Yeah, what's up, Suzu? Where did I put it? That's right here. Oh, how is it? So one thing to note about these is that the screws are very short. So here's the weight is taken off. Exfoliator, what are you trying to do? What are your skin concerns? You can post in keyboard, general, or pics, yeah. So if you look at how small these like weight screws are, they're pretty tiny. I'd recommend if you have like magnetized bits to use those, so it'll probably be a lot easier. What I use, since these aren't magnetized, is I kind of helped guide the screw into the hole. So I put it on this, and then I helped guide it in, and then I dropped it in, and then screwed it in. But these are very small, so if you're struggling with screwing it on, that is something. So I'm guessing what happened here is that they were trying to align, but you see they missed. And that's the hard thing with like this daughter board cable, the JST cable, because it's long so you can actually put it in, but then when it comes to like actually fitting it into the channel, there's not anything that like quite holds it down. So it can be a little bit difficult to align. Okay, what's like a skin concern of yours? Like, do you have dull skin? Do you have like peeling skin? Dryness? Like, what's your concern? I love this song. I think this part's so catchy. So using an exfoliator can actually make dryness worse, so you need to be careful. Let's see. Oh, that looks so nice. Do you like the keycaps? You'd only get like exfoliator is good to use like once a week to basically, you know, get like the dead skin off, or if you have like skin unevenness. But that's the thing with like exfoliators is that you need to be careful, especially if your face is dry, because it could just make your face even more dry. So there are like gentle exfoliators you can get to just like do as like a maintenance type of thing, right? But if dryness is your main concern and not like skin unevenness or like skin texture, then yeah, definitely look into like a moisturizer or serum to help you with that. Sell what? Sell keyboards at the cafe? Skincare. I would sell like lip balm, but nothing like too crazy. Okay, so I'm a little afraid to do this because the alignment for this is not quite correct. So I'll show you guys. So this has been screwed in. I'm probably not gonna put this on just as like, right? Because these are prototype units, correct? But if you look at that, like the clearance for the USB port is not quite there. So I theoretically cannot put the USB cable in. And this is already like screwed to the very bottom. So we're not gonna use this. Yeah, I would, if I had a cafe, I'd probably sell like small things like SPF or lip balm, right? And I'm what I will do if I don't put on the USB port, I will at least put on the weight, hopefully, to so you guys can see. It should be a lot easier to do without the cable, hopefully. But that might be my famous last words. So you have to drop these screws in pretty far. So what I'm going to do is, so watch, I'm gonna put this on. Oh, put this on. And then I'm gonna guide it into the hole and then just push it through. So watch, I'm gonna help guide it as far as I can and then just push it through. So there are alignment tabs on the slate, but I just have to be a little careful. I'm looking for the screw hole. This song is so funny to me. So I think, so this is a problem I'm running into to kind of give you guys some context. Is, so there's this part and there's this part, right? So this kind of helps you anchor it, right? But if you look at it, like it still has a good amount of like slide. So right now I'm trying to position it so that it doesn't, right? But it can be a little hard, especially since the screws are like so small that you have to I think to fix this, they need to fit the alignment tabs on this to make it like shorter so it doesn't move as much, right? But that's just the issue I'm running into right now. And plus it goes like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it goes like up and down too. So I think once they fix the fitment of the anchor on this weight, then it'll be a lot better. I mean, we see this also with like the key cults. Like key cult builds in a similar way. Okay, so if you look, they need to make these screws a little longer, because if you look, that's as much screw that comes out. That's a teeny tiny amount, right? So let me try, I'll try my best, but yeah. I'm just afraid of damaging this is the main issue. Yeah, so I'm just really afraid of like damaging this weight because as you can see, I'm like trying to guesstimate where this goes in, right? But the screw holes, you have like such little space to kind of figure out where it goes. Like the screw definitely goes in, but until they fix like this and having it be more precise, you will struggle. And this is also on top of not having to deal with the daughter board just yet either. Because I didn't put the daughter board in. Yeah. I'm just very afraid of like damaging this. Yeah. I think I need to push it up a little bit. Yeah. I'm not gonna try. Just because like look. Like this is me like thinking I got it in, but it was completely off. Yeah, so I'd say right now, you know, they're aware of these problems, and this is the prototype. Um, but I think the biggest fix is just fixing this to align with this. Because you can see like this is bigger than this, right? Which I understand because like they're trying to give it like some room for error, but I think right now not only does it shift like left and right, but it also goes up and down. So it makes it like very difficult to align. I think if they didn't want to like just use this one thing, they could put like more alignment tabs in other places, but just currently how it is right now, I could see a lot of people struggling because look, this is a lot of room for error when it comes to screwing it, right? I mean, it looks really nice, but like I said, this is a prototype, so there are still some like things that they have to like fix and get right. Um, but as of right now, I'm not gonna do anything because I'm afraid of like messing this up. Um, and yeah, and this isn't even accounting for the cable. I mean, I can keep trying if you guys really want to see it, but as you can see, like, even though it was aligned, I like completely missed, right? Like, I just completely missed it here. Yeah, so this board is designed in a way that in order to take the top frame off, you have to remove the weight, right? Because the accent frame and this middle piece, you know, that's where the gaskets are. So you have 6 screws keeping the inner frame on right now. So you have the 3 on the outside, but then you have the 3 on the inside. So in order to take off this top frame, right, you have to take off the weight. So essentially, if you want to switch out the PCB, you have to take the entire board apart. They have thought about like adding this like alignment for like the weight, right? But right now with how the resin one is, it's there's too much variance, right? So as you can see, like look, so this is still within the anchor, which is nice to have, but right now there's just like too much variance. And you could see like here, I like completely missed, right? And I'm afraid of damaging this. And I mean, rightfully so. If you pay 170, 180 for this, like you don't want to mess it up, right? It's a very expensive weight. Um, Also, so we have like the regular weight, like right here, right? And you could see like this is definitely a lot more akin to like this one, the shape. This one you have a bit more like width up top, but it makes sense because like sometimes resin is not like too exact, so you got to give it some like room. But I think adding either making this like tighter or maybe adding like some other kind of alignment post to like help align it. Maybe just like a peg here and here would even like help it. Um but this is like the normal way that you would put on here. And you can see there's not much variance. This is good, right? This is doable, right? But also the other thing is the screws have to go through the case, right? Because if you look, right, because you have to remove the weight, but it has to go through these like holes, right? So there's 6 holes. So you have to like put the screw in. Good night, Suzu. But check this out. So these are very tiny screws, right? So, oh shit. They're teeny. Right here, right? Like this is the screw you're working with, right? But if you were to put it through here, right? Aside from the fact that it's short and so you might lose it in the process, but you can kind of negate that by like guiding it through or having like a magnetic tip. But say you put it through the hole, right? But if you look how much of that screw comes through. You can't even see it. It's so tiny. Look. So not only do you're not able to quite feel whenever it will like align with the screw hole because there's so little of it, right? So I think another thing that would help is making the screws a little bit longer. But as you can see, like you just kind of have to like hope that it aligns, right? So of course with like this one that has like a lot tighter anchor points, it's not that bad because you're able to, right? But with, for example, like this one, it's a little bit difficult. They'll humiliate the screw. I'm sorry, screw. It's not the size that matters, okay? Yeah, that's why I'm saying like I don't really want to try with the resin weight because look, I thought I had it aligned and then I tried it, but there's so little of it and I couldn't feel whether it was like right or not, and it just, you see. Because whenever, so with resin, there's threaded screws, right? But there's still like more force that you have to like put into it, right? So like I do have to put like a good amount of force. Like they have the threads, but it's just a little scary. And I really don't want to like damage this. Hello, RX. What's up? So I would say right now it's just very difficult to line up the screws. And I really don't want to damage it. So I'm just gonna use it as a wrist rest for now. We're listening to Akon. Alright, but yeah, I mean the normal weight is like a lot easier to line, as you can see. I have like no issue. But as it is right now, this is a little difficult to assemble for sure. It's a cool concept and it's very cool to see, but right now I'm just gonna use it as like a wrist rest because I really don't want to mess it up. But aside from like assembling the board, right? I don't know if this comes with foam. Let me see. What did I see? So you can add foam if you want. Thanks for the follow. Let me put these back on so we can talk about it. So a lot of these issues that I've talked about, they are already aware of, so it's just being reiterated. But I will say assembling for this might be a bit more challenging for some. I realize that probably some things I'm saying are not very reassuring to like people who are interested in this board, but it wasn't too bad. I would say right now the resin wrist or the resin back weight is pretty difficult to assemble, but otherwise, like for the board going into this, I would definitely look up a build guide, just so you kind of know like how to assemble or like disassemble it right ahead of time, because it's not one of those things that I mean, you could just like YOLO it, but then I think going into it, you just need to know that you have to disassemble the whole thing. You can install it, but it gets a little bit shady, and you just kind of have to like get lucky. Which, you know, if you're an experienced builder or you have like you've built boards before similar to this, like it should be okay. But if you're someone like more new and you're trying to do it, it's gonna be a little shady, right? A little sketchy. And some people like don't want that, I guess. But aside from like the resin weight, I'd say another thing is, so it's a struggle because like the cable is long, but you kind of run into the issue where like you need the cable to be long enough so you can actually attach it onto things. But then if it's too long, then it makes it difficult to really like push everything like together, right? And making sure it's like flat. I think maybe adding, you know, something to help like clip it. So for example, you know, for me, if I weren't able to like get this in, I'd honestly put like some kind of tape here. So if you're building this, if you're watching this later because you got this board and you're building it, you have to put the cable onto the PCB first, right? And then put it on the daughter board second. And the reason I say that is because you have to have the weight off before you can install the frame, and then you have to install the frame before you put the weight on, right? In order to close it. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so if you're building this, you want to put this on the PCB first, and then once you have it like routed through, so it will be something like this, right? And you'll have all this cable, and then you'll plug it into the daughter board, and then you'll have all this extra cable. And then you kind of want to just like wrap this around, right? So that it all fits into here. In a perfect world, this would all stay down, right? But you know, keyboards are never like that. So what I would like to see is either something to help keep the channel down, or perhaps like, I mean, I've done this with a few boards, but honestly just like take tape and just like put it right here, right? And then that will hopefully keep all this down like that. And then you can align it. So yeah. Bit longer screws and maybe countersink the screw holes will help a lot in quality of life. Yeah, I mean, I understand like not wanting to do the screws like too long, but I do think they should be a little bit longer, especially if the alignment is a bit off. And yeah, countersinking could help. Something like this to help keep the cable would also help. And then this is also one of those boards where like the screw holes are random, right? You just kind of have to know like where the holes are, right? And thankfully, like, we looked it up earlier so we know where they are. But as you can see, like, these holes are not symmetrical, so you just kind of have to know where they are, right? And thankfully we do know where they are. And so now I can like take it apart. I would definitely recommend looking up a build guide or watching like the VOD, but it seems like I'm not the only one who had like issues with the weight, correct? You take this off. And then here you would put this on. I'll try it one more time just because like I feel bad like not being able to do it, to showcase it for you guys, but yeah, no, I'm just like blindly screwing and hoping it goes in, but it's not gonna work, so I'm not gonna try it. I don't want to damage anything. All right, but here's what I was saying about like the daughter board. So here, so first of all, we need to take all these screws out. I gotta make sure we got all 6 screws. So we got 4 so far. Okay, where are the other 2? Huh? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, this one's stuck. This one's also a bit stuck. Okay. Okay, they're out. So here is what I was talking about. So daughter JST. Is it Drake? Sorry, I don't have my IAMs in. Okay, but here, take this, install it into here, right? So we're gonna put this in. I'd honestly install this before you even put the frame on, because this is as you can see, it's like smaller here, bigger here. You could just like turn it in like this, but it will make it a lot easier if you install it before you even put the frames on. Oh, so here, okay, so we kind of got it in like that, and then I'm just gonna use tweezers to help push it through. Push it through. Oop. Okay, so we got that installed. So now, this is the issue that I think people will also struggle with a little bit, is you want to have this long cable. Like, the long cable is nice to help you like put it on, but the long cable is not nice when you're trying to close it, right? So that's nice right there. So now we just have to fit all of this cable in right here, right? But you can feel when it doesn't because it won't close properly. So the cables are already spilling out, but so I got lucky. I got lucky because all the cables happened to like close through. So you can tell if it worked, if this doesn't shift anymore. So that time I got a bit lucky. Did I get lucky? I don't know. Well, I took it off, so. Or what you can do is ask for a JST cable that has like it's sleeved in the middle would also be nice. Like what I mean by that is like so you don't have to worry about all the cables being like exposed. Okay. So guide this through, screw that on. Screw that on. Wait. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think just like adding longer screws will help a lot. And like since these are so small now, it's like stuck. I gotta slap it out a little bit. Good old slap. Okay. Alright. But let's talk about how the board sounds, how it feels. So we've already done a typing test. I was gonna do a second one with the weight, but I didn't want to damage the weight, so I'm not sure like how much the sound variance will change. Do we have the clip? Mods, do we have the clip ready? Someone clipped earlier. Let me close some of these tabs. Yes, thank you. Cards. Okay, but yeah, so let's talk about the board. So in terms of how it sounds, I thought it sounded fine. It is another. Oh, Bandit, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Hey, shout out. Well, I can do it now. I have a keyboard. I think that worked. All right. Thank you, Bandit, for the raid. Hello, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Patty Patricia. I also build and review keyboards, but I also play a lot of games. So today we're reviewing the AK75, the ArtKey Universe 75 collaboration between ArtKey, who is an artist maker, and AKB, who is a designer for Canon keys. I did the sound test, but I can link it for you guys. Um, I was just I was just about to talk about like the overview of the board. Um, it's so my thoughts on this board is I don't think it's quite ready yet. I get the like execution. I think it's close, but it's one of those things where like there are a few things that I would change at least to improve like the quality of life for the board. Um, Sound wise, it's fine sound wise. There wasn't anything like glaringly like obvious to me in terms of like, oh, it's very pingy or it's like very hollow, right? Um, but also like, um, it's a gasket mounted keyboard, right? And there's only one mounting style, so you can't really like there's no like dual mounting, which is fine. So going into it, buying it for the sound, just know that it is a gasket mounted, single mounted board, which is fine. But I think the biggest selling point for this board would be the art key weight, right? So right now, the board comes with this regular weight, right? But for what is it? 100, is it 170? So these are handcrafted weights that go for 170, right? And I would say this is like the main selling point for the board, right? Is you get a custom resin weight. But it's just how it is at the moment that's not quite executed. I would say it's like at a comfortable level, right? Um, so what I mean by that is right now, like alignment for the weight is a little finicky. Also, they have to figure out like the tolerances with like the USB port. Um, and then this board is, you have to take it apart, like the whole thing apart in order to take the PCB out. It's not just something you can like easily swap out. It's one of those cases where like you have to drop the screw into the hole and then screw it in. Which for some it can be like very difficult. You do see the drop-in screws whenever you're trying to go for like a screwless case design, meaning like you can't see the screws on the like outer case. But in this particular instance, that's not quite what they were going for because like as you can see, even though it has like the hidden screws inside, right? You still have the 3 screws on the outside for the frame, right? So the mounting point or the mounting is found with this inner frame or accent frame and this middle piece, which is like a tray, right? And so you get that gasket compression from screwing the inner frame to this mid piece, right? But um, they've hid half the screws. So you have these 3 for the inner frame, but then the other 3 are hidden underneath this weight, which means that you have to take apart the weight before you can access the other 3 screws underneath this in order to take out the PCB and, put something new in. So I would say right now, the biggest thing that would like attract me to this board, would be this resin weight, but I struggled with even putting it on. And I'd say like if I wouldn't even be able to get this on correctly, at least, I mean, I could put it on, but I was scared too. I didn't want to like I'll show you, like you can see here, like it was so hard to align it that like I just missed. And I think you know, if I personally bought this for 170 and then I was like stripping it or making mistakes like this, I would be wary. I'd be like, oh hell no. Like, you know, like I don't I don't want to mess it up. It's $170 right here, right? So I would like to see some kind of solution for this. Either making this fitment a bit tighter or having like other anchor points to help align it so you're not just relying on this, because whenever I had it, it would slide a lot, right? And it would also slightly go up and down. So you really just kind of had to like guess. But I didn't feel comfortable guessing because of the price point of this. Yeah, exactly, key noob. Also, the thing with the screws is that they were very short. Um, and so I feel like if they were longer, you would, I would feel more comfortable because it's like you could really tell, like, oh, it's like on straight now, right? Yeah, you do have to take the weight off every time you assemble the board. Longer, bigger screws alignment tabs. Yeah, yeah. So I would say that the design is there, but it's not like fully there, you know? Like the execution of this needs to be better, especially since this is like a selling point, right? Because you see that on your board, you're like, wow, that is so heckin' cool. But if you can't even put it on your board, I guess what you could do is you could use it as like a wrist rest, right? Which is what I did, right? Which still looks really nice, and then you can actually see it from up top. But aside from that, um, I guess we'll do like an overview of the board. So here, it's a 75% with the blocker, but you can make this into a F13 key, so you don't have to use the blocker badge, right? And you have this inner accent frame, which is a black, and then you have this mid piece, which is the pink, right? Here, this is a there's a diffuser, but there are 3 LEDs in there, right? So whenever you plug it in, you can see it's like very bling bling, right? If I can align it. Yeah, you can see. This does have per key RGB, and then you have this like right here. So is it indicator? Not an indicator, it's just RGB. I thought it was perhaps an indicator, but maybe not. But anyways, so yeah, 75%, you have a blocker separating the arrows, you have the top right blocker that can also be an F13, you have this cool LED strip right here, the F row is separated, and then here's the side. So from the top, you can see there's like a two-tone colorway going on, right? So you have the black and then the rose gold. Same thing you can see here. You have the rose gold and the black. But this weight is separate from the inner frame, right? But same color, so they're two-toned. Right here, this is the big weight that takes up a majority of the back piece. And then here you can see the two-toned again. Can the RGB be turned off while keeping the strip light turned on? That's a good question. I don't know, I'll have to check. Remind me, I'll check after this. Or I'll ask them after this. But yeah, you do have the 4 feet. They are adhesive. This one is missing. This is the 3 inner frame screws. There's a total of 6 for it. So 1, 2, 3, and it's underneath this, but 4, 5, 6, right? And then for the screws for the weight, there's also a total of 6 to take off. Here is the USB port side. Centered USB port. Here you can see the ArtKey Universe branding. Lower middle USB port. Here you can see the two-toned again. And then here's the front lip. This is the only place you can't see the two-toned, where it's just the rose gold. But in terms of like mounting points, this is gasket mounted. There's going to be 4 on the top and then 3 on the bottom. So it's your typical like gasket on the inner frame, gasket on the mid frame, right? And it does use a daughter board, so we can just look at this, right? So you have the long daughter board that will go in. the cable would then circle through here and then go up and then through the PCB. This part is like an alignment line for the weight, but like I said earlier, the one on the resin weight is not quite tight enough, so it does slide. Yeah, I think once they add like some like alignment, like they don't have to add a lot, maybe just like on the 2 corners to make sure it really doesn't shift. That would just be good, because you don't want people like doing that. And then yeah, you do have to take the weight off, and the screws for this aren't perfectly like symmetrical. So you can see one is like right here, one is right here, right? And then you have another one right here, another one right here, one right here. So I've memorized it, so in case you're like, oh my god, how does she know? Like, I've memorized it. So you guys know whenever you disassemble it. So you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not like symmetrical. It's not like aligned. Your ability to articulate your thoughts on a board. You think so? Most of the time my chat's like, Patty, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, you gotta put the doodah and the ding dong and, and then it works. And they're like, what the hell are you saying? So, thank you. But yeah, so that's another weird thing, is that you need to know where these screw points are. And then after you unscrew these to take the weight off, then this will come off, and then you can unscrew the additional 3 screws and then take the inner frame off, right? But yeah, I mean, so here are here's like my final thoughts. Is basically the main selling point for this board would be the resin weight. You can also buy like resin badges, right? If you want, so this like matches it, so it's pretty nice, right? But I think there needs to be a few quality of life changes, either making the screws a bit longer, adding more alignment tabs. Sound wise, it sounded fine to me. You can buy like foam, extra foam if you like. I don't have any here, but gasket mounted keyboard, I thought it sounded fine. I'd just say assembly right now is a bit difficult. And then yeah, it's one of those things where like you do have to take the entire board apart, which some people don't like. But if you're someone who doesn't do that often, then it's like, then you're good to go. And yeah, I think it is a very beautiful board. Like the anno for the rose gold is very beautiful. Kind of wish this had like some kind of function, or maybe something to like be more like thematic with, the art key. But currently it's just adding this here for the sake of adding something here. At least the indicator didn't work for me. But the anno is really nice. The weight is very nice. This resin weight is like, it's gorgeous. Like you can really see the depth, like in person at least. It doesn't really do it justice looking at it, at least from a stream. But whenever you look at it in person, you'd be like, oh wow, right? So we can look at the product page so you guys know like all the options that you get. Let's see right here. So this board will start at 340, but it will go up to, it can go up to 360, right? So you have 5 colors. You have the monochrome, the rose gold, which is the unit I have, the wine red, the navy blue, and the sunbeam. So one thing to note is that the wine red and the navy blue actually have the different colored weight, whereas monochrome, rose gold, sunbeam all have the black weight, right? You have your choice of solder and hot swap. Hot swap is a set layout, so 6.25, you cannot do anything like splitting, and it's going to be regular caps. Solder, you have more choices, but hot swap PCB is going to be more expensive. But okay, so we were talking about like, You know, it's a bit annoying to like take the whole case apart if you're like trying to like change things out. But this is one of those instances where if you went hot swap, just put the PCB in and like you don't have to take it apart. You could just swap out the switches, right? You technically don't need to take it out if you're just swapping the switches. So in this instance, having hot swap to change your switches is really nice. Of course, if you need to like change the PCB or if you have a solder, you do have to take it apart. I know like it might seem like a little annoying, you have to take the whole thing apart, but it's also one of those things where like if you have hot swap and you do all your stabilizers correctly, you would only need to install it once and then you're good to go. Like you don't have to take it out. Like because you're just changing your switches, right? So once it's built, it's built. Like just leave it alone. in my in my opinion. This is one of those times where like hot swap would be king for that, especially if you don't want to go through the trouble of like assembling or disassembling. But anyways, uh yeah, so you have 5 weight options. They're all 170. So you have this is the white noise one. This is the rose tinted sky weight. You have this one, which is starburst weight. This one's the sangria. And then you have this one, which is the blue period weight. So they're all very cool and thematic. Whoa. And then on top of that, you can also get resin badges. So you can see like there's this one, this one, this one, this one. There's a lot. There's a lot you can get. And there's also a special edition one. So the oh god. Okay. I'm just adding a bunch of them. Okay, but yeah, each one of these is 170 for the weight, and then the badges are gonna be 30. So this group buy starts tomorrow, will go until the 14th, the 9th, February 9th. So it starts February 13th, goes until February 9th. Let's see. Yeah, so resin weights start at 170, badges 30. You don't have to buy these, right? But I think this is like the main selling point, at least for me. But these are optional. And it's also quote unquote limited in quantity, limited in quantity, right? Oh, it's already live. Okay, it's already live. Anyway, it's already live. But yeah, so here's all the badges, the weights, and then this is a special edition if you wanted it. I like this badge a lot. Aside from that, so you can buy like different metal badges if you would like. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors for that, right? And then here are your miscellaneous add-ons. So you can buy foam, you can buy the custom feet, you can buy the gaskets. And then for the PCBs, so solder, hot swap, and then you can buy like extra ones of these if you need. Here's the layouts. So solder, you can do step to regular caps, you can split the shift, you can do 6.257U. ISO ONSI, you can split the backspace. Hot swap, you're just stuck. Sorry. But I would say this is definitely a hot swap approach, especially if you like swapping switches. And then you have 4 plate options. You have PC, alu, carbon fiber FR4. And then here you can see the gasket tab. So 4 on the top and then 3 on the bottom. I would personally just put the gaskets on the top and bottom case. But, you know, that's just me. But yeah, I guess apparently it's already gone live. So if you guys are interested, they are making a few changes. So I have like the prototype notes I can read out for you guys. So basically, the issue will be fixed for the screw holes to install the weights. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like everything we mentioned already. that they're aware of and they're going to be fixing. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the board. Thank you, Canon Keys, for sending this out to me. I think this is a very beautiful weight. I think Archie really outdid themselves on this. And if you are interested, I guess the group buy is live now. Live right meow. And then if I convinced you to buy this board, please consider using my affiliate link. I'm affiliated with Canon Keys and I review boards for them. The next one we're going to be reviewing, I think, is the Photon. Yeah, something like that. By them, or for Canon Keys. But yeah, that's the build. Thank you for sending this out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.